Yeah, he'll be very dangerous, I feel, you know? He's dying. I can tell there is improvement. Yo, what's up? Stan here, back with another reaction analyzation. Today we're watching Dropical Elimination GBB 2026. The huge question there was around Dropical in last year's Florida was whether he would sound good enough live on a stage and if he would be able to do the same things he was doing on a wildcard online on a live stage, if he would be able to translate the same way he did. And I think that's the same question kind of now as well, you know, because since Florida and GBB was like approximately like 5 to 6 months in between, you know. And so the question is, did he manage to like, you know, like translate some of the techniques to the mic? Now for this one, I'm gonna do something special. I'm gonna watch both the normal video and the crowd POV version, because Swiss Beatbox also releases now live POV versions. I think that's inspired by Blackroll. So that's why they decided also to do that. And I think that's a great idea, because when you listen to a live POV video, you can really hear how someone sounds. So big ups to Swiss Beatbox for doing that. Without wasting any time, let's get straight into it. Let's go.
I say the yush, you say the icky and the beer. Yush!
That's interesting. The 3, 2, and the 1, the ich, iki, and the beer. That's what he said, I think. Sounds like Turkish. Kind of. Let me know if you know if that's the case or if there's like some correlation in between the language. Why is River so shocked, I wonder? Let's check the live version. Sounds pretty good, actually. I might as well just watch the whole thing from crowd POV. Okay, I can tell there is improvement. Some sounds really like do come way better out. But for instance, when he went with the with the synth, or some sounds, I don't know, some other details, because he uses so many details, I can hear it's a bit quieter. Nice. The inward bass with the mouth open really hits pretty solid, actually, I feel. Nice. yeah, here you can hear that some sounds, or maybe not even like the sounds, but like that he's struggling to make certain sounds come true. And maybe it's like the combination of the fact that, yeah, he's like almost like at the end of his elim. And, you know, like elims are way longer than battle rounds. So it takes everything from you. In combination with the fact that, yeah, some sounds just don't come super well through. So it goes like extra low, or extra quiet, I should say. Dropical, if you're watching, let me please know if that's the case or if I'm completely wrong. I don't know. Are you out of breath? Are you dying here? Let me see how this looks on live video, actually. I changed my mind. I want to go back. Yeah, I think he's dying. I mean, not in the literal sense, but you mean, you know, like dying in the sense of like out of breath or dry mouth issue, you know. I don't know. Please let me know, Dropical, in the comments down below what it is. I'm curious. Okay, Dropical. What do I think about this? Well, first, let me go with his strengths, what he did really well, what I think he really did well. So I feel even though there is like a big volume difference, you know, he's still very clean. It's like still very hearable and noticeable what he's doing or trying to do. And that in a way also like makes up for the fact that there is like a volume difference, you know. Also something else he did very good, I feel, is take his time, you know, especially in the beginning. The way how he like came calm to the stage, you know, and looked at everybody, especially because it's like a big stage. And, you know, like if you like take a moment to like create the silence, it creates like suspense, you know. And then again, it plays back in the previous thing I said, that the volume and that way gets compensated, because even though you're not super loud, but if you take your time to create the silence, the smallest thing can sound impactful and give the illusion that it's loud. It's the same thing I feel when I'm at home and I have to be quiet. Like for instance, like if I have to talk to the camera, but someone else is sleeping in the other room, then I have to be quiet, right? But because it's quiet and there is no other sound, even me talking normally sounds loud. I don't know if you noticed that or experienced that. I definitely do. And I feel the same thing he did here, and he utilized it well. So that, and next to that, he has some crazy textures, which some of them come actually pretty clean through the mic actually, which I'm surprised of. Yeah, super cool textures. I like that a lot. Now, what could he have done better? What could bring Dropical to the next level? Because I know Dropical didn't pass. Dropical was like 14th place. What could make him pass, in my opinion? I would say definitely like being able to, yeah, increase the volume, and not necessarily like in the whole piece, but like in certain parts, you know, because what he can do already very well is go quiet with dynamics. You know, that's what he did in the beginning, like silently. But what could elevate him if he can like go also like higher, because then it will create the contrast. And when you have the contrast, it will create like this feeling of even more impact, you know. He tried at a certain moment when he did the house. Let me go back at 50. What was it? Over here. But you can hear it's not that impactful, you know, like, and yeah, as As annoying this may sound, here you need volume to really like create dynamic. And so yeah, I feel if he will be able to do that, he will be able to, yeah, he'll be very dangerous, I feel, you know. And maybe something else he's suffering from, which I feel also I'm suffering from, is his beats are very, very complex. I feel here he did a very good job of like, you know, like keeping it like still like very digestible for the crowd, you know. But yeah, sometimes I feel like he's too smart. He's just a very smart beatboxer, you know. He's like very intelligent. He thinks about flows the average person doesn't think about, you know. And to translate that to the general public is sometimes hard because not everybody like is that smart as you are. And so I think just having like more simple parts that would also be able to fit in with him being able to put more volume in the things. So what I mean by this, oh my God, this sounds so retarded. It goes hand in hand with the previous point I made, is what I'm trying to say. Basically that if he can go like simpler, you know, in certain parts, he can also like focus more on volume, because if your beats is not super complicated, you can put more effort in the volume side of it. And then that way, again, it goes back to the even previous point I said, the first point, you'll be able to create more dynamics and be this more of a complete beatboxer, if that makes sense. Yes, that in a nutshell, I think. In terms of like where would I rank him? I think for now I would rank him third. Yes, third. So Stitch, Codfish, Dropical for now it is for me. Anyways, that being said, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking. Appreciate you. See you in the next one. Take care.